Yan. Continuation of Hinduism discussion. So here are like the famous or like the known rituals and celebration of the Hindu people. So it's a must in their life to somehow visit the Ganges River. So anyone who's practicing Hinduism as religion, it's a must to have a pilgrimage in Ganges River. Actually, some Hindu really take time to take a bath or somehow cleanse themselves in the Ganges River. But the sad news in there is currently, actually, it started like in the 80s. The Ganges River became very polluted. Okay, so actually I have a picture of that. So that's Ganges River. So it's already surrounded by many facilities already, and then so many people are living in it. So it's actually not in pristine condition. However, the Hindu people still believe that it is divine, that it is somehow very important in their religion. They still somehow see it as divine. So even though it's polluted talaga, they still try to take a bath in there or like really shower. Don't you know that some people actually really throw things in there kasi it's important nga in their faith. Like for example, a person will be cremated, and then the ashes of that person will actually be thrown in there. Other people pa nga are actually letting a body somehow float in this river. Kasi they did not somehow cremate, so they just let the body with flowers float in this river. So just imagine how contaminated it is already. Um, so, yan. So, just have to understand the idea that somehow the Hindu faith really view Ganges River as important in their religion, whatever its condition, whether be it in good pristine condition or now that it is already been polluted. Another celebration of the Hindu is what they call the Holi. So it's a festival to celebrate Shiva. So it's a festival of colors. Okay. So they actually throw different colors with each other and really, just enjoy the festival. Actually, if you're gonna search Holy Festival on Google, you're actually gonna see a lot of beautiful pictures pa in this festival. Parang ano siya, it's like Instagram worthy kind of images that you could see on Google if you're just gonna search it. This festival is like an honor to Shiva, and yeah, the colorfulness and the loudness of it. So it's really like a loud colorful event. Next is the Diwali. In your book, actually, it was spelled differently. So, try to correct it na lang. Kasi I actually searched on Google. The one that was typed on the book is really wrong talaga. Kasi it's not what it's the term on Google. Google's term is really Diwali. So, please correct that.
Nakasulat po, di ba, QA?
Yes, yes. Diba? So try to correct that as early as now so that when you review, it will not be a misunderstanding to both of us. So yun, so Diwali is like their New Year festival, but it happens every September. So unique no, New Year but in September. So this festival, it celebrates the story of Rama and Sita, one of like the early monarch of Hindu faith. So it looks like this. Yan, they make sure that they will light candle, and then it's like really a bright, bright, bright kind of celebration. So yan, light candle lighting kind of festival. Okay, so yan, as mentioned, the idea of reincarnation. So this life, so that's why caste system for these people is very important. Kasi your caste determine what kind of life you had in the future. Parang for example, I believe I have caste picture in here, Ainan. Pero if you're belonging in a higher caste, it means in your past life you were a good person. And then if you, let's say high caste ka nga ngayon, but you actually do a lot of bad things. So in your next life, you will surely be in the lower caste. Okay. So things like that. Yan, here's an image of that Ganges River in another angle. Okay, and then there's this actually like a comic strip I saw that they viewed karma as like a card. What you put in your account or what you put in your card is the only things that you can also get. So let's say if you put 5 kindness, you will get 5 kindness. If you will put 10 cruelty, you will get 10 cruelty. So that's karma. Okay, so this is the caste that I'm trying to say. So Brahmin are like the priest, the noble, the intellectuals, and then here are like the workers. Low class pa rin yung mga workers or the Sudra, but different yung pagka like outcast of the untouchables. Parang they're really like in the bottom part of the caste system. Okay. And this symbol of the Hindu faith is the Om. So remember that kasi in the exam, I will actually show a symbolism of a religion and you're gonna tell what religion is that. So take a look at that symbol. It's like a 30. It looks like 30 but it's connected with each other. So what do you call that Om? Not 30 ha. Baka you put in the exam 30. It's Om. Okay? It's called Om. So Om actually is a syllable. It's a syllable in the Hindu language and it is composed of 3 sounds, the sound of A, the sound of U, and the sound of M. So Om. So the reason it's composed of that 3 sounds because to the Hindu faith, triad is important to them. So the importance of the tri uh, tri connection. So parang yung earth as atmosphere heaven. Tas 'di ba we have Brahman, Vishnu, Shiva. So that three again. Rig, Yajur and Sama are like the Vedas, like three triad Vedas of the Hinduism. So you see that they work in three. That's why Om is like a very symbolic religion for us, symbolic sign of their religion. Om. Okay. So that actually concludes Hinduism. Buddhism, sige, I think I can fit it in the remaining minutes. So Buddhism actually started by Gautama Buddha or Siddhartha Gautama. Okay, that's his complete name, Siddhartha Gautama. But he was just somehow called Buddha because he received or he achieved rather, he achieved the state of spiritual enlightenment. What happened kasi with the story of Siddhartha Gautama, he was born in a wealthy family. He's Indian. So basically, the religion of Siddhartha Gautama is Hinduism. Okay, keep this in mind. The religion of Siddhartha Gautama is Hinduism rather, Hinduism. This is his religion. Yan, this is his religion. And then he was born in a higher caste. Higher caste. So when he was in the higher caste, his family actually treats him very well to the point that he have no idea how it feels to be sad. He had no idea how it feels na you do not have something to eat kasi everything is well provided to him. Challenges are actually eliminated kasi his life is just full of happiness, no suffering at all. But one time, there was a story wherein Siddhartha Gautama was able to get out of their palace kasi he's a Hindu prince. So, when he get out of their palace, he saw people that are sick. First time he saw a person suffering. First time he saw a person somehow not as rich as he is. And it is actually a big enlightenment to him. Now, why me? I am very fortunate. I'm very lucky with all the things that I possess. Why that person not having what I'm having? So that's the time he started to question life. That's the time he started to question his purpose in life. What is my purpose in life? Only to be happy, only to be pampered while other people are suffering and dying and starving. So when the moment he questions that, he started to actually depart from his rich family and he goes solo. In short, he goes solo. And then there was this story that he actually seated under a tree for a very long period of time. He just sit and sit and sit in there, and then up until he reached an enlightenment na parang all he does during that time when he's sitting in the tree is pray. So pray, 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 and then something happened to him that he understand life. So in short, by sitting, he achieve moksha. Diba? So the moment he achieved that, he started to teach differently than Hindu. Kasi Hindu faith actually is very ano eh. Here's the difference. Hindu faith, the one in red, is very let's say strict because they follow caste. Parang if you're rich, you're rich. If you're poor, you're poor. Diba? And they have a lot of gods. Diba? And they have priesthood. But if you're gonna compare it to Buddhism, the one started by Gautama Buddha, he eliminated all those discriminatory factor. And he had only the ones that are he think important. So Buddhism is like Hinduism because they believe in reincarnation still. They believe in karma still, dharma, moksha, all those internal part. But Buddhism removed the idea of seclusion, na parang rich, rich, poor, poor, things like that. So somehow, if you're gonna look at Buddhism versus Hinduism, it's somehow lighter, a lighter version of Hinduism. I hope you're getting my point. So according to Siddhartha Gautama, there's this four noble truth. Okay, like the four noble truth in life, that all life is suffering. Okay, people are destined to suffer. And suffering is caused by desire for things that are illusion. According to Gautama, you only suffer because you desire things that you cannot achieve. Which is somehow true, right? Try to look at yourself right now as a child. You're mad whenever you cannot get the things that you like. Like for example, you want iPhone 12, pero you can't have it, either financial concern or stocks are not available or whatsoever, pero you cannot have it. So the moment you cannot have it, you'll feel somehow something inside you that feels like really the anger in there. It's just like you want it but you can't have it. So basically, Buddha is correct in that noble truths in life, that suffering happen when you want something you cannot have. O number three, another truth that he said, the way to eliminate suffering is to eliminate desire. So according to Buddha, parang his tip is for you not to suffer. Don't desire things that you cannot have, but rather enjoy what you have. Let's say you cannot have iPhone 12, pero meron kang Samsung, whatever that is. You should be happy for what you have. Let's say whether you have like Cherry Mobile, whatever it is. So you have to be happy because you still have that something. So you eliminate the desire, and that is leaning towards a happy life, right? And the fourth truth, according to Buddha, is that you have to follow the eightfold path for you to overcome your desire. The eightfold path look like this. Yan. That's why the symbol of, if the Hinduism, the symbol is Om. In the Buddhism, their symbol is the Dharma wheel. Ito yan, wheel. And that wheel actually has eight lines like that. That eight lines represents the eightfold path. So the eightfold path talks about you have to have right mindfulness. You have to have right view, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, and right concentration. The moment you get all of that right, kasi everything is right, The moment you get all of that right, you are already overcoming your desire. The moment you overcome your desire, you will not suffer anymore. But of course, Buddha is like saying that you cannot really fully be a person without suffering. People will still suffer. That's why you need to hold on into the eightfold path. That even though you're suffering, you still have the will. Okay, the will to hold on when life is tough. Okay, but you're not the one actually turning the wheel. Diba? There's a wheel turner, and that is Buddha. In view of the Buddhism, so he's the wheel turner. Okay. So that's Buddhism. In some Buddhist images, you'll see Buddha to be like a very, somehow heavyweight man. In other type of Buddhism, he's a slimmer version. So yun, it has ano meaning. Like this statue that beads that he possess, his manner of clothing, it has its meaning. So you can actually search different meaning of Buddha statue. Even the type of metal that they use, most of them use gold. So yun. So Buddha did not record actually his teachings. It's his followers who actually compiled all these teachings, the Eightfold Path, the Four Noble Truth, and they put it in Tripitaka or Tripitaka. The Tripitaka in translation in English is three baskets. Okay. So that's their Bible somehow. That's their written sacred written text. So yeah, I believe I'll end in there because if I started to teach you Islam faith will be super overtime. Okay. So anyway, I hope you truly learn from our lesson. I'll stop sharing na. So basically for today, what we just talked about is Hinduism and Buddhism, but it's I want you to see that they're connected with each other. Okay? Kasi the proponent of Buddhism, his religion is Hindu. It's just so happened he started to preach new religion in a lighter tone. No caste, no inequality. By just but plainly dharma lang, dharma, your duty in life. Okay? So we still have few minutes, 5 minutes. We can use it as Q&A if there's something that you wonder. Yan.
Teacher, how did they know like what type of name is it, or how did they invent those kind of stuff like karma po or dharma?
Mm. Ang gaganda ng mga tanong ni Mary kasi your questions are actually the ones that has either no answer or difficult to answer kasi your question is like how they name those things. It's like they just name it. 'Di ba? That's the other way. That's how I would like to answer it. Kasi it's in their language. Parang we could just say like for example, the word Tripitaka. Parang in their language it's translated as tree and then basket. And then let's say the word has something to do with this and that. So it's from their language and then they're actually able to somehow connect it. Diba? Parang as well here in the Philippines, Bathala, 'di ba? And then also what are like the other godly names that there is in the Philippines. Yun, parang
Mga anito
may
po.
mga root yun, Anito, like 'di ba there's this root word from there. Parang this word meaning like that and then that word meaning like that and then they will combine it and then that's the very idea. Yan. Pero nice. It's just like it's hard to answer. Oh, no more question about that or related to our lesson. Grabe, I can sense that we will have hard time finishing religion. Pero I'll really do my best. Kapag hindi, some of it you have to read on your own. Don't worry, the reason why I prioritize is the five kasi they're the ones that needs extensive lecture. Meanwhile, if you're gonna read the book in advance, you'll see their Shintoism, Taoism, Jainism. Those are like ano lang naman, easy to understand. Taoism, ano pa ba? Ano pa ba mga nandun? So like somehow minor religion. Okay? Yan. So anyway, let's take a picture and then that would be like the end of our lecture. By the way, I would like to commend you grade 7 that you're all have your camera on at this moment. Kanina hindi. Pero thank you for turning on your camera. So let's take a picture. 1, 2, and 3. And okay. Yan. That's that. So, bye-bye. See you next time. No activity posted for today, I believe. Yan. There is. Sorry. Check the Google form. There is activity. Bye-bye.